Alright, so here are my first impressions of the Clock Tower mod. This is a highly experimental, work-in-progress release. This is the first version I think that's ever been shared. The mod author, Juanba, posted it in the Discord recently, and I thought I would check it out. I don't really know what to expect, except that I looked in the files to see where to go to access the mod, and I've seen a few screenshots, but other than that, I really don't know what to expect. So I was told to do this at level 60, so I've got my level 60 character here from my very first playthrough, really old save file. I just found one that was at level 60. I don't even know if this is optimal or not, but let's see. Here we are in Guy's Garden, and it looks like we're already considered in the modded area. But you access it from Drizzle Bosk here on the left. And let's get started. I believe the exit is on the west, but I am not positive. This is certainly not vanilla. He even did a custom area. That's very impressive. Not a lot of mods do that. Although, it looks like the nav map isn't finished yet, so I'm going to have to dismiss my companion. Alright, let's see what we've got. Some standard enemies here. Nope. Gosh, it's been a long time since I've played Crosscode proper, and even longer since I've seen a new area, so forgive the rustiness, it's been years. Looks like some switches need to be pressed to turn on some laser bridges. I hope this doesn't rely on speedrunning tech, such as flare jumping, because that is something I am not very good at doing. I think I can make that. I see, it's a time switch. Alright, it's good seeing puzzles like this. I don't think any modders out there have really attempted to make custom puzzle content, despite how powerful the tools are we have and how easy it is to do. So, good for Juanba for doing that. See, standard enemies here. This teleport ground placement seems to... No, it's fine. That's a custom item. I don't know what that is. Unless that's a... Actually, that might be a... Let's see here. What am I looking for? Key items. Honestly, I don't even remember how those progression items work. It's been so long. Let's see if this landmark is... Wow, it is. So the area needs a mini-map marker. But other than that, this is pretty advanced. I don't think any other mod except for Arcane Lab, which had one little room, has ever done a custom area like this. So, very impressive. I think these are custom... I think this is custom equipment. I don't recognize these. Level 70 though. And these are custom items too. Making good use of the item API I can see. This area could use some decoration, but again, it's a very early point in the mod. As I'm making custom maps myself, decoration is definitely the last step. You want to get the gameplay and the layout done first, which is the approach which I see is being done here. Little ledge there, probably going to be used for some plants. See, I can't hit that. This is something I typically avoid in my maps, is having a 2-layer high cliff that you can walk on the north side of. It's too much area the player can be blocked off from. Let's see, I don't think I know where I'm going here. A suggestion, if you're going to walk under something like this, you should have a touch trigger and make this be drawn on the object layer, although I'm not sure you can set the object layer to be a parallax. So, never mind actually about that. Oh, we've got a cool forested area here. Awesome. I think this is the dungeon, the clock tower. Cool layout. This is a custom tile set. I don't recognize this color. Doesn't look like... It looks like a modification on Rhombus Outside. would suggest putting a fence here. Just again, walking behind solid tiles is typically something to avoid in map making. Before I head in, I just want to quickly explore around and just put that down in case I need to come back. I don't know what else is out here in the jungle. It's pretty cool seeing modded outdoor maps. There's probably 2 or 3 modders in the world who have ever made outdoor maps like this. So it's cool to see. Oh, I thought that was ground level. Half steps. Nice to see those implemented correctly. It's got a jumping puzzle here. In the future, I imagine a chest will be up here. So we need to turn that on. I don't see a way to do that. Can't really dash cancel jump with a hexacast. Let's see if I can find a way up. If not, I will head into the dungeon and come back to this. I can see that's an artifact from the height map. Good to see that the height map was used in generating this map. But you gotta check your corners for those little artifacts that can happen. Here's another one. Looks like the height map. The height map's not perfect. So in the final map, it's obviously going to be decorated to clearly show what's walkable and what's not. Like, if this is not going to be walkable, there'll be props and trees blocking this. I can't really tell if it's supposed to be walkable right now because it's barren. But that's fine. This is all placeholder, work in progress. It's cool that this was shared in the state it has been. Alright, so I don't think there's anything out here. I unfortunately, you know, I could not find a way to get to turn that on or to turn this on. I do know there's some wave teleports around, but I'm not able. Oh, there's a switch right there. I see. Very sneaky. Let me switch to Tri-Blader because they can go faster. There we go. Alright, so another suggestion. When you activate a switch that has a puzzle element trigger somewhere else, you should have a quick cutscene where you pan the camera to the puzzle element, change the variable to activate it, and then pan the camera back to the player. Very basic cutscene, but it tells you where the switch is. And another thing is, you should have a ground line, like those little circuit stone lines on the ground connecting the switch to whatever it activates, so you can see what it's going to trigger. Alright, we're setting this up here, although I think I messed it up. Oh, I was supposed to go down right, and I don't have a checkpoint anymore. Alright, trying again, I get it now. Gosh, it's been so long, I'm very rusty. That's my bad. The old shadow trick. You can use the scope shadow to tell what elevation level terrain is at. Another new map. So we don't know if we can get back up, so I'm gonna leave that. Looks like the teleport ground has some solid collision there. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 5 tile jump. That's not jumpable without a JDAC. Let's see here if I can make this. Not quite. Let's go up and reset the continue. Alright, so to JDAC I need to be Leo. This is another tricky jump. I don't think this is... I don't think it's possible to make that. So I don't... this must be future development. I guess we can explore this area. Oh, this is just north of here. Okay. Alright, very cool. I think I've seen what there is to see in the jungle. Let's head to the... Well, as I say that, there's a switch I missed. This enemy spawner probably needs to be moved away from the water a bit. Poor slime is drowning itself. I do like this lead up to the temple. Very cool atmosphere with the darkness and the narrow passage. I wonder if this is going to be covered in infestation. That's a very cool tile set that doesn't get used often, and there's no dungeon using that, so that would be cool. Ooh, a cutscene. Cross Central props. Haven't seen those often. Very mysterious entrance here. It's very dark. I see cave effects. Looks like there's no puzzle elements in this room. Is this ground level? Yes, it is. So it looks like we have two sides here, a light and a dark side. I see. So we'll have to do the left side and the right side, and each will have a puzzle. Let's see here. Gosh, it's been so long. I don't see where this needs to go, so I see it goes up here. So they unfreeze instantly. Do they? I see. They follow the water, and you have to melt them. Good use of the heat ball changer to signify that to the player. That's good design right there. Oh, it's timed. Need to hurry. And I was too slow. I guess the lorry must activate later. I see the track going. Looks like another puzzle using the same mechanic. Anti-compressor there. This one needs to shoot right. Oh, but it can only shoot. I see. It needs to shoot this way. Wait, and then it goes that way. Interesting. Don't know what the lorry was for in that other room. Also good use of a cutscene there. Those aren't a given, so it's always appreciated when a cutscene is used to show a puzzle. Alright, looks like this lorry isn't active right now, but I'll try not to forget about it in case it's important later. Alright, new puzzle. Let's see, where is the compressor? I don't see a compressor, so I'm going to assume I need to do the right side. Way to get back up. Ah, the rotate blocker. The mod author made custom sprites for these, and they supposedly... Yeah, so previously the rotate blockers would use a mirrored sprite, but I guess I can see how it's different. Now, is that on the ground level? Wait a minute. Okay, I'm on level 1. Getting a bit confused by the depth perception here. This very good use of a custom mechanic. I mean, I know it's not a new mechanic, but launching shock balls like this is not a not something done in vanilla. So it's great to see a mod take a vanilla mechanic and use it in a brand new way and make a whole dungeon out of it. That is very cool. Oh, I messed that up. It needs to rotate around the other way. Wait a minute. To do that... Though I'm not sure how I can rotate this. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I never would have thought of using rotate blockers with shock compressor balls like that. Very cool, original idea. There's the compressor. Was that always there, or did it appear? I didn't see an effect if it did. And I don't know if these maps are missing a light map intentionally, but it is very dark, and usually darkness is not used this way in crosscode unless you have puzzle elements or enemies or proxies that emit light. Like if you can see here around my projectiles, that's full light. This is what full light looks like, and this is very dark. Alright, so anyway, let's see what we need to do here. Okay, so we can only shoot it at these things. I forget what they're called. Okay, looks like that stays active. It's not a timed thing. And then I guess we need to launch them up. Gotcha. So this is just ensuring that the player has mastered launching shock balls off of water blocks. Oh, the lights turned on. Very cool. I wonder if this was done with an effect, using the darkness effect step, or if it was conditional lights all over the place. I'll have to check the files later to see how this was done. You don't often see that teleport effect on a wave teleport field, but interesting. Okay, that's higher. Very cool room, by the way. With some lily pads and some decorations, maybe some waterfalls. This will look very nice. Of course. Looks like this is just a grand room. Okay, nice teleport ground with object layer view fade going on there. We have some custom BGM too by the looks of it. So I guess that was cool. We're in the official real dungeon now. That whole first area had no music, it was dark, it was just the intro, the ruined part, and now we're in the dungeon proper. Very cool. Alright. This is a nice looking puzzle room. Reminds me of Vanilla, actually. Oh, and there's so many places we can go to. My goodness, there's so much to do. I'm not sure where to go. Alright, well I'm going to... Again, very nice that this mod contains a custom area. I've tried using the area editor myself with some mixed results. Interesting, this looks like a fight. It is a fight. It's a shockfish. Doesn't look like the dungeon has a separate combat theme set up, but I'm sure the mod author will do that. Interesting. So it's like the chicken enemies, except they don't have a gimmick to dodge the attack. Okay, interesting. So I see the orbs going into the center. So I would think there's an enemy counter there, but I don't see an enemy counter. I wonder if it's on the wrong elevation level or something. And also, these are not aggroing. They're friend-foe settings, or something must be up. Okay, looks like we have a lorry spot. I see. Do I need to do these at the same time? Let's see. Alright, well, let's set this up properly first. Interesting. I don't remember that happening last time. Oh, I was going around this way last time, that's why. Oh. That's my bad. Didn't see that you could jump there. Oh, one of those probably raised this. That's probably what happened. Okay, we need to go around counterclockwise. Not sure how to achieve that. There we go. Not quite enough to reach that. I'm assuming this is the one that needs to turn on the lorry. Again, some ground lines would help illustrate that. I'm assuming... Nope, can't do that. Anti-compressor. Okay, we just need to shoot off the top, I think. That should do it. There we go. Oh, is the lorry on a higher level? I think it is. I may have just soft-locked. Okay, we need to turn the lorry back on again. Classic crosscode depth perception issues. Alright, then we need to hit that guy. Oh, I didn't even see what happened there. Should have put a wave recall on it. Oh, I see. It's active now. I see. Instead of turning these on automatically, I always prefer to have a floor switch, but that's just preference, I guess. I don't think I ever used that one. Oh, this is way too much for me to take in at once. Interesting. I wonder if the fish is involved in the puzzle somehow. Wait, if the puzzle's not needed to open the door, then what is the puzzle for? Let me get a better look around this room. That rotates the rotate blockers. Oh, these are the ones with the custom sprites. I see it now. They have different arrows on them, and those are technically a different puzzle entity. Very curious. Again, I don't see what this puzzle is going to unlock. So I'm going to just bypass it. Again, it also looks very complicated. It would take a... It feels wrong to bypass it, but I don't see another door or a chest or something that it's going to unlock. Oh, these are new. This should be fun. Oh. Looks like the same issue as the fish. That's unfortunate. I'm sure it's just a setting in the enemy JSON file that can be fixed easily. Alright, so when you have this, when you have a puzzle element that's off screen, you should have a touch trigger here that centers the camera between you and whatever it is you need to shoot for a long-range shot. That's what vanilla does for long wave teleports. I'm assuming I just activated a permanent switch on the left wing of the dungeon. So I assume this whole path was just to turn on that one switch, and there'll be a right path to turn on a switch, and then this puzzle will be solvable to get to the main teleporter. That's a very standard dungeon design. I see. It's a permanent switch. So we just need to do the right side now, and then we can do the master puzzle. Although I don't know what that switch did. If it toggled a part of this puzzle, we would need a camera to show that, like a cutscene. Alright, onwards to the right. Oh, a ball changer puzzle. These are fun. I've made a few of these myself. In fact, this is almost exactly like one I've made. Recentering. I've been guilty of that a few times. Wait a minute. There we go. Ah, too late. Alright. I almost got it first try. Oh, don't use a heat ball. Alright, I should get it this time. It is pretty not standard to have multiple time slow ball changers in the same ball changer puzzle. In fact, there's 3 of them here. But I suppose it works when you want to adjust the speed manually like that. Very nice seeing a puzzle like that. Unfortunately, the map editor is very not user-friendly when it comes to placing ground lines. I can understand the pain. Looks like we've got another fight coming up. Those probably need to be level scaled. Interesting. I don't know if there's an activation to start the fight, but clearly this will go down once the enemy counter is satisfied. Oh, interesting. This is the mechanic. Very well designed. Having the dungeon puzzle mechanic, aka water blocks with shock balls, incorporated into a fight. That's brilliant. However, I can't get the fight to trigger. So I don't think this is going to be possible just yet. Let me see if there's something I'm missing. Wonder if I can use a push-pull force. Hold up, my level 2 neutral melee has a push-pull force. It might be able to pull the enemy closer to this so that I can trigger the fight. Doesn't look like it pulled the enemy. Okay, so that didn't work. The bottom one might work. Let's hit the compressor. There we go. Bottom one's in range. Yeah, the friend-foe settings on these enemies. Something's up. Okay, so these 3 don't trigger. The enemies are too far. I don't know if it's an enemy. I think clearly the mod author did not have this issue when testing it. Otherwise it would have been fixed. This is something unique to me. It's probably because of all the mods I have installed. Something's causing issues. But these enemies, if they were aggroed, they'd be moving around, and then this wouldn't be a problem. So unfortunately, I think this is where the run has to end for now. Unless I can somehow hit them. I don't see a way to do that, however. Yeah, I don't think I can hit these guys if they're in this state. Let me just try one more thing that I know has a push-pull force. Yeah, they're not budging. So I think that is where this is going to have to end for now. But yeah, some thoughts. This is a very... I was surprised at how much content's in here. I was not expecting a full-on crosscode-sized dungeon. I thought this would be some sort of mini-dungeon. But this looks like it's aiming to be a proper crosscode dungeon. It's got new enemies, it's got puzzles mixed with fights, it's got the central room design philosophy, it's got this final puzzle that looks really cool. And again, this is the pre-alpha first ever release that's ever been public. So obviously it's unfinished. Alright, it's even got this on the map. Yeah, I don't think modders have a way... Oh no, he did find a way to patch. Clock Tower, that's what CT is. Gotcha, so this is Gaia's Garden Vanilla. You might want to put a little arrow here in the area with the text that says... I don't know if you can put text. Yeah, you can. Right here, Base and Keep. Put a text box here that says Gaia's Garden with a right-facing arrow, maybe. Very cool. Very cool to see this. I wish more modders would make content. I might make some tutorials on the map editor.